Good morning. You are back. Thank you very much for not only supporting my channel and our efforts together here. I really want to thank you for your energy, your passion, your beliefs in the future for all mankind. And not enough of us in the crypto space discuss that enough, because without the ground level upwelling energy that comes from each and every one of you, we don't change mankind's future for sound and bright, honest transactions of your labor efforts for the value in which you've brought to mankind is correctly compensated. That's the big issue here. This is the whole concept of crypto. We've gotten lost. Sorry, this might be a long video and it's probably going to be a series. The concept of your labor and your efforts has been lost through the constant manipulation of the currencies. All currencies, not just the US dollar. People that came about, whether they were, I don't care who you think they were, but white coins, the white papers of Bitcoins and other white papers and other concepts, all of the great coins that are out there, I'm just going to call them crypto. When I don't, please forgive me. I'm not picking one coin or another. There's too much energy in all of them for them to no longer go forward with man's future. This is happening now. This is you're a big part of, and it's bigger than any of us can actually see. It's more than just you and you getting wealthy. This is the abuse, and you can call it from many different directions as to who and why and how it was allowed to happen, but the concept, the bottom line is that it happened, it occurred to you and us and the people who live today. It's not about, oh, it's the baby boomers' fault or the greatest generation before my generation's fault that they did this or that. That's not where we're at with mankind. Where we're at is the corruption and the use of the digits in which you and I spend our lives away from our families and our loved ones to earn. Those digits have been corrupted. I'll leave it at that at this point. The honest new evaluation of new money coming forward or new transaction of labor is going to be numerous different coins. It's not going to be one coin. This is my opinion. This transition that we're in right now is only in its infancy. And I know you want your numbers to go up. And I do understand that the numbers are down. And I get that that means a lot to you because you already had the money spent in your mind. But you have to understand this up and down level is going to occur constantly. Because of traders and tradings within ranges, they see opportunity above the price and below the price. And more people fall into, oh, I like the lower number, I like the lower number, a lower number, and the bots and the traders and the people pound on it until it goes the other way again. These are short-term things. However, the market is going to become more volatile, not less volatile, for quite some time now. Okay, guys? Just know that. We're in a volatility growth transition. This is a teenager that's growing 6 inches a year, right? So when you and I understand the value of labor and we want to be equally compensated for our time, this is where the power elites, if you will, and I'm not blaming them, I'm just pointing out that this channel's been discussing those people since day one of this channel. They don't understand the value to them. And it's going to be a hard concept for me to describe to you, but They now currently have control of the monetary system, but the system is failing in so many ways, but it's really failing the bottom the most, as many of you already know. How are they going to change that or correct that? Well, they don't care to correct that or change that because, as I talk about all the time, they own assets. The more money that's printed, the more inflation there is, the more their assets' values go up, and the more the poor can't afford the assets in which they need to hold, so their monetary wealth goes up in value to keep up with said inflation and printing. Buying retail goods is keeping them down. It's destroying them. And that's why why there's so much advertising and so much promoted for you to buy the new shiny gadget, because it keeps you enslaved, impoverished. It's somewhat intentional, but it's also very much a necessity of all of our lives, is to better our lives and to want better for our comfort and our children's lives to, have said things. So the system, if you will, wants to keep the money under control. It doesn't understand the benefit of the value of crypto to them. This is their dilemma. These are the families fighting at the top that I talk about. One family says, yeah, I like this kind of coin in this project. The other family kind of likes that. Well, I like this family in this project. And I like the avenue that this one could take mankind in. And the other one says, no, we need to go this side, whatever it be, proof of stake or proof of work. Or, they are quarreling at the top of the people who are making the financial decisions. But the overall problem that all of them have is they just can't wrap their mind around how they're going to keep their skim or their money, their float, to keep their system above water, and for their ability to distribute their funds, the skim off the top, to keep their system and their control and their future control for their kids and their family for man. They don't understand, because crypto is, as you and I know, cuts the fat right out of the top. That no middleman action of you and I trading with our wallets is a concept that they don't understand, because where's theirs? Well, the people can't live without us. They need the system. They need the government. They need this bloated government that's always been created since the beginning of man's time. And it's always happens this way. And they get too bloated, and they get too full of themselves, if you will, and they just think that they could spend all the money that they feel like spending, and then the bottom of the line is it always comes down to, torches and nooses or whatever. But what's happening now is we have the new torch, and the new torch being crypto. And the new avenue for them is skinny, less profit, less margin of profit. And they're trying to understand how they're going to make this happen. And how I know that is many different ways, but how I know we won the battle, how I talk about often on this show, is first they ignore you, then they laugh at you, then they go to war with you, and then they pretty much, they don't bow down or admit they were wrong ever. Don't expect that from your family members or anyone else to tell you that, oh, you were right all along. That's not going to happen here, right? That's period. But what they will do is just assume, oh, yeah, well, everybody knows that. We just know that. That's just how the system works now, and you get this, right? So you're never going to get the pat on the back that you're hoping for. I know, but, that's innovators and the first people through the wall. It gets bloody for us, but, we have strong shoulders and we can handle this. So these people are in the mess of trying to lose the war, not trying to lose the war, they are losing the war. And they're in the mess of scrambling to figure out how they're going to control the new system with less profit, a whole lot less profit than just printing money out of nowhere. This is the concept of this video I'm trying to get to you. How do you go, if you're the system controlling everything and all the labor force of all the planet, many of the planet, how do you go from that margin of profit of just printing digits from anything and knowing that Joe Laborer will just do whatever it is for that dollar that you've created from nothing, to going to an honest, accountable ledger. This is a big, big, big step. You and I know the value of how important that is to little man. They know the value, the diminishment of the value to them to going from inflated dollar to an honest ledger. That's where they're at right now, guys. But they've lost that battle in what sense? Just look around. I just heard news the other day, the IMF and the ECB, and they're all in an uproar, and they say that we must tax crypto today. You're not going to get a loan from the IMF ever again until you show us that you've made attempts to curtail the crypto use in your nation. Nigeria they're basically incarcerating people from Binance to get them to reveal the accounts of the people that have the largest trading accounts on Binance in their nations. These people at the top are lashing out in different ways, but other people at the top are embracing it, and they're getting it, and they're understanding it. This is what's happening at the top. These are the two families that I talk about. Like, there's more than two families, but you get the concept that I'm saying here. For instance, I just heard news last night that if you look at China has the largest labor, I believe it's the largest labor force in the world, which is their military and all their government employees, right? I could be wrong. India might have a larger, but they now have almost nearly $2 trillion in their pension fund for government employees in China. Are now, by the way, by the time you read the article in the media or hear the media talk about it, it's already happened. So China's purchasing Bitcoin and has been buying Bitcoin for its pension funds going forward. Well, if you're talking $2 trillion, and if you're talking about 1%, you're talking, what is that? What is that? $200 billion, right? It's $200 billion, or is that, whatever it is. $200 billion going towards Bitcoin. And by the way, that's not going to stop at Bitcoin as we talk about it. It's going to Ethereum, and then it's going to XRP. And all of these companies and nation states are getting in. Why? Because they are tired of fighting level 3. Ignore you, laugh at you, fight you. They're tired of fighting an insurmountable object. They cannot fight against Bitcoin. They cannot fight against XRP, and they know it. And they're finally saying, okay, well, let's adopt it back out gracefully and try and just create more energy, more power for our people to control them in the future using this brand new ledger and tool. How are we going to do that? They're in that study now. Well, how do they keep us incarcerated? Not incarcerated, that's the wrong word. How do they keep us chasing the carrot, if you will? Through our pensions. They offer you a pension. And now, okay, they're going to flood their pensions with cryptos. Why? It's another level of control, and they can't figure out any other way for them to control cryptos, so they're going to create the ETF markets. They're going to create the futures markets. They already have. They're going to options trading. This is already being applied for. This is coming to all of the coins, the top coins that survive. Why? Because people in Wall Street make money when the price goes up and when the price goes down. And all options do is go up and down. Futures go up and down. So Wall Street gets to prosper. They get to sell them to the pensions. They get to prosper. The nation states get to keep the control. And from the pyramid at the top down, they get to keep the control because you're chasing the carrot to buy the pension. And your pension fund's going to purchase it with or without your consent, and that gives them more future control and power over your life, yet with an honest ledger. I hope I explained that. I hope you get that. It's a big concept, but it is what's happening today. This is happening around the world now. Nation states are in a very frantic panic to try and figure out how they're going to do this. And one of the concepts that they came up with, gee, go figure, who would have guessed, oh, we have to say, the IMF has to come out and say, well, I'm not going to give you any more loans of our fake money unless you tax Bitcoin. Crypto. You have to tax crypto if you want our bribe money. China comes out and they're giving a percentage of their pension fund to Bitcoin. You see, they're falling. The war is over. Yeah, now they're going to try and get into your pockets. And now they're going to try and take your crypto. Now they're going to try and take your private wallets from you. They've been doing that for a long time in many nations. Okay? And don't panic about this drop in the market. There's going to be a ton of volatility. Volatility is not going away. It's got a few years, maybe a decade away, and then it will level off. But right now in the adoption stage, when we go from 1% of the population owning crypto to 90% of the population, there will be massive fluctuations on its way going there. Okay? So I just wanted to start this video off getting that concept to you, because I'm going to follow this concept, and I have some big picture stuff that I really want to get into more about what I just talked about there, and how I think it's going to play out, why I think it's going to affect this continent, that continent, and this nation state more than the others. So I may make a bit of a series, as this has been a bit of a long video already. But I hope you guys got something from that. I really enjoy these videos. If you like this kind of content, like and subscribe, as you know what to do, and maybe consider supporting my channel over on Patreon. But we are in a great place. We've won the war. There's still bloodbath happening, but basically the war is over. We just haven't signed the treaties yet, and it's all coming to you because your energy, your faith, your knowledge, your belief, and your understanding of what you own, and the concept of the mathematical technology combined with your energy. Remember, guys, money is energy. Your energy that you put into the concept of the value that you want or desire for your life can be equated to you, or come to you, conceptually anyway, to you in form of energy, which happens to be, could be in any form of digit, that is coming and blessing to your life, comes from your outward look. Your spending of money creates money. Your look of your future, your concept of where it's going, brings more. The more you believe, the more you understand, the more you cherish it, the more you see its reality of it, it comes into your life. These are blessings. This is energy, and it's coming to you because you created it. You saw it in a positive thought, and you thought it was better for man, and you thought it was better for you conceptually, for you the rest of your life. You thought it was a better way of money. You thought it was a good way to make money. Those were all positive thoughts. Those are beliefs about your future and how it could change in a positive manner. It was not, oh, let me fear the Fed, let me fear the governments, let me hate the banks, let me find all the reasons why, oh, a big crash is coming, the sky's falling, the world is burning. Remember all those positive things I just said about what you knew about the future of crypto. So be careful of the information in which tells you the sky is falling every day, because that is keeping you locked up in this gridlock of mental wrong or anguish, that you're in fear of so much of progress and your bright future and all these passive, incredible amounts of digits that could be coming your way, you're stopping them by putting the fear angle on it. It's a concept that once you live in it and once you cherish it and understand it, it becomes you. It becomes your life. And I want that for all of you. Prosperity and the rest. Also, put down below if you're going to be going to Vegas. I have some opportunities and some fun things going on. I think the very first night I'm going to be there, we're hoping to do a bit of a meetup, building top, poolside. We don't have a lot of details on it yet, but I believe it's going to be like Thursday night in Vegas. So if you're going to be there, that'd be a lot of fun to see all of you there. And I can't wait to meet all of you. All right. With that, I am out. So yeah, I'm sorry about the sound on that. I just looked down and my microphone was in my crotch, my lap. Yeah, so hopefully I didn't make any odd noises. Oh, that would be awkward. Uh-oh. You mean I might have to edit? Oh, no. No, we're not. We're not going to use the edit word, are we? I'm not going there. You're just going to have to deal with the sound. Love y'all.